Coming up next on Nick at Night, Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. Then, The Wee Hours with Craig Knightley. Followed by Movie Night with Will Devakis. That's next on Nick at Night.
On tonight's Weeknight Update, find out for sure why Fred Armisen is doing a teen-oriented movie and a show about space, both on Netflix and Showtime. All coming up next on Weeknight Update. Here we go. From the YouTube Dojo, far away from Fred Armisen's mansion, or wherever he calls his home, it's Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. And now, a man who has a word or two for Fred Armisen, Mr. Ellie Cungy Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Cungy Muller. What's up, my grasshoppers? Tonight's Shoutout Spotlight winners are Spec Spire, Kevin Span Edits. Never 509 is vigilante videos and gameplays and comedy sketches. Devakis with this movie night program. The Independent Show with this reactions and things like that. Web Desire 18 with this podcast, his rants, his discussions, and whatever. Let's work with this gameplays. The Mel Gap with the scene covers. Michael's Sidecast with his iMichael program, and pretty soon it's iMichael movie. Rebecca K. Netta / Swaggy Vortex 733 VA Studios with a lot of voice acting skills and things like that. Emotional Fireflies 97 with her random stuff, and Plumbing J2 exclamation mark with all things game shows. Okay, now, quick disclaimers before we get on with the rest of this program. Two things. One, Rebecca Carinata is actually feeling better. I talked to her earlier today. You know, she said she's not really 100%, but, you know, she's starting to get there. You know, so keep praying for her and everything else, alright? Also, this is the second part of this whole thing, and then we'll get on with it. Web Desire 18 is leaving Weeknight Update after tonight's show, after almost a year of being on the show, and I gotta say, you know, I am so happy that he could, you know, not only contribute to our sketches, but also be, you know, a great announcer, a great intro maker, and everything else. You know, he even made the intro for this program. All of which we're going to use on this program on a regular basis. That way, you know, even though he's not going to be on the program, you'll still feel his presence on the program, okay? You know what? Thank you, Web Designer 18. We're going to miss you on the program, but, you know what? We hope that you're going to be successful whatever it is you're going to do. Now, tonight's topic, Fred Armisen, a man who wants to get on a lot of networks. Of course, NBC hates that guy. Listen up, because I'm going to tell you why, okay? He is doing a show on Showtime. It's our Moonbase 8, and it's all about space. Okay, two things. One, does Showtime know about it? Does the network knows about it? And two, do we care? Okay? Now, he also has a new movie out. It's on Netflix, and it's entitled All Together Now. And it's on Netflix, and it's a teen-oriented movie. Really? Sounds like an old-fashioned after-school special to me. I mean, do we really need that? I mean, we already got PBS. I'm serious, we already got PBS. So what's the point of Netflix jumping, you know, the bandwagon? Wait, don't answer that. Okay, you know what we gotta do, right? It's time for Adam's Corner. This is when this is a part of the show where we tell everybody right off the bat, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be off the top of Adam's head. You know, so be prepared for this. And here we go. Buckle up! It's time for Adam's Corner. This could get pretty ridiculous, so your discretion is advised. Maybe.
Let me in. Okay. Now, you might be asking, why did I open up like that? Because I can. Now, look, who are we talking about? Fred Armstrong Malone. Now, look, his arms are very strong, alright? He'll fold you with his pinky toe. That's a toe. I'm talking about his arm. Like, shut up! He has a show on Showtime all about space.
It's called Moonbase 8. Look at the next note.
You're right, it's called Moonbase 8. Now look, man likes space.
What?
Man was on a space station to look at space. Is he he's not astronaut, is he?
Nope.
Well, he likes space, so he does a show about space, and he teaches you about the new galaxies, planets, and all those things about your damn solar system. So watch it. Anyway, he has a necklace film called All Together Now. Now let me ask you.
Look at the next note.
Fine. It's a movie for teens and young adults. I don't care who it's for. It could be for this punching bag, huh? What about old Sally? What about old Billy the damn light? Okay. How about him? Yeah. You don't think about humans. What about a dog? Yeah. But all I know is, if he's doing a show about space, and then doing a movie, that is it for dogs, cats, and lizards? I can't be his friend. We cool. I can't be your friend, man.
What kind of a bit was that? Well, that's the kind of bit you're going to see on this program from time to time. I don't know if it's going to be huge, but at this point you can take what you can get. Alright? Let's do a top 8 list. Let's roll with it.
Good mythical morning. These are the top 8 things that Fred Armisen loves the most. Number 8, money.
Number 7, skunks.
Number 6, an armpit.
Number 5, sweat.
Number 4, mud.
Number 3, armpit hair.
Number 2, fame.
And number 1, bow ties dipped in ketchup.
I'll dip your bow tie and ketchup. I'll tell you what.
Oh boy.
Smash.
We'll be right back. The kids still call it Weeknight Update. Now here it is, your Vomit Night.
Good morning.
Good morning, Thomas.
What a beautiful... What the talking bird?
You can't escape us.
If television sets could talk, then they would tell us the shows they like to play. They all agree for viewing tonight. They'd rather be tuned to Nick at Night.
Now, isn't that some beautiful carpeting? And beautifully installed, too. You know this lady bought her carpeting without ever leaving her home? Sure did. She just called Empire.
588-2300 Empire.
See, when you call Empire, our guys come right out with lots of big samples. And then after you pick the carpet that matches your decor exactly, you don't have to wait a month or 6 weeks for it. No way. See, there are 8 crews like mine, so while others are just getting it together, we get it done. Gee, you'd think it would cost you more to shop in your home this way, wouldn't you? But it doesn't, really. And not only that, but when you buy carpeting for 2 rooms or more, Empire gives you this Bissell rug shampooer, free. There's the number to call, 588-2300. Oh, and with our credit plan, you don't have to make an installment payment for 60 days. I tell you, it's a great way to buy carpeting.
588-2300 Empire.
Give us a call right now.
Edward, Scott, and the boys, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing tonight, Ed? Doing fine, thank you. How about yourself? Doing all right, doing all right. You know, it's time for a moment for everyone. You know, Fred Armisen is still a goofball. All right. You know, everything is still going loopy. But, you know what? It's still Friday. And you know what I want to do now? All I want to do now is just watch some random information. Let's go.
Okay, I need you guys to name some of the best Nick at Night shows in business that are going to make fun of Fred Armisen.
Random information.
Weeknight Update.
The Overnight Show.
The Wee Hours with Craig Knightley.
You got it. And where can everybody see all these shows?
On Nick at Night. You know, we need to make fun of Fred Armisen, because the only show he's going to be on is The Wee Hours with Craig Knightley.
Not only that, but it also pays the bills.
You're correct. You all got $2,000 each. Hit it.
And now, Michael's iCast and Dave Passions with random information for your everyday lives.
Fred Armisen is doing a show about outer space entitled Moonbase 8 on Showtime. So you got that to look forward to if you want to know what space looks like.
It would be fun to go into outer space without the fear of slime, but why do we have to settle for Fred Armisen's new show on Showtime?
If you're Fred Armisen, and you recently did a movie on Netflix entitled All Together Now, then you should ask yourself, is my career in the toilet now?
From big-time TV to Netflix is a low drop. It's time for the sketch to stop, and we gotta leave and take that chance. Vigilante, it's time for you to dance.
Does that happen every time?
Yeah, why?
Just asking.
This has been Michael's iCast and Dave Passions with random information. Now back to Weeknight Update's Fred Armisen Spectacular. Then stay tuned for the Overnight Show as Marley Carson makes fun of Fred Armisen. After that, the Wee Hours rolls along with Craig Knightley and his guest, Fred Armisen. That's all coming up next on Nick at Night. Random information for your everyday lives was taped in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando at Universal Studios, Florida.
Or you watch right with Nick at Night. Keep it clean on the screen, Nick at Night. Use it only as directed because it's copyright protected. Keep your TV set connected, Nick at Night.
Alright. That was incredible. Also, you know, a huge shout out once again to Episode R18. Last appearance on the program as an announcer. Well, not really his last appearance as an announcer, but you know, last appearance as an announcer and Dr. Andrew for the big sketches. Yeah! Alright, alright. That was cool. But now it's time for us to have some talking time. Let's talk about it. Let's go!
Let's talk about it.
Hey, here we go. 1808, BBC, before your common era. All the kickins and lickins came... Actually, they came from outer space. There we go. They came from outer space and gave us the dawning of a new time for conversation, which we call talking time. 808, 04 AM, PM, morning, afternoon, evening, night time, all time of the day is when they landed, and after they landed, they did this.
Hello there, audience. Welcome back to Talking Time with your boy, Kong E, from Chung E, and Captain A, who's not a captain of nothing, I'm a captain.
Okay, welcome. Fred Armisen is the topic of tonight's program, and here's what's interesting. Several months ago, the Showtime Network, by the way, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Showtime Network, it is a premium cable network. In other words, if you want to get it, then it costs about $200 a month. But here's the thing, okay? It has picked up a half-hour workplace comedy series, you know, from Fred Armisen and Jonathan Crystal, you know, entitled Moonbase 8. You know, with Tim Heidecker and John C. Reilly dealing with the whole thing. Now, here's the whole thing about the whole show. Alright, Adam, you might want to listen to this, okay? You know, this is a 6-episode series that revolves around 3 subpar astronauts who have high hopes of being chosen to travel to the moon. Set in the isolated desert of Winslow, Arizona, at NASA's moon-based simulator, it follows eager astronauts Skip, Wook, and their leader, Cap, as they attempt to qualify for their first lunar mission. Yes, I said Cap. While working vigorously to complete their training, a series of unexpected circumstances forces the astronauts to question their own mental sanity, trust in each other, and whether or not they're cut for space. They're cut out for space travel.
Basically, it's like you just did boot camp, and then you go to war, and you're like, wait a minute, they ain't trying to have our arms cut off.
That's right. They're trying to get themselves ready to go to the moon. They want to know if they're.
You said that they get tested and you're like, wait.
No, actually, they're training to, you know, and they want to be chosen to travel to the moon.
Okay.
And they've been training themselves to get themselves ready for that.
Alright. So they train themselves, and then when they get to the actual training, they're like, oh, alright.
But you know what's odd? You know, the project was announced in 2018 with the production company A24. But here's the thing, okay? You know, it was the first season of the series was independently financed.
Independently financed?
Yeah. In other words, when all the episodes were completed, and it took them about a couple years to get the episodes done, but it was taken out to networks, you know, to all the networks, and Showtime apparently chose that show.
Why would they chose that show? I got you. Because it's new.
Yeah. There you go.
But now let me tell you something. Netflix has a new teen movie.
That's right. Reason. All together now. That's right. It is a teen movie, which is based on the YA novel entitled Sorta Like a Rock Star by Matthew Quick. And it's directed by Brett Haley.
Now, what is... I don't know what you mean by teen movie. Like...
It's kind of like an after-school Western.
I'm about to choke you out like a damn lobster. No, it was, I guess. I don't know what they mean by teen movie because... Do they mean like it's for teens because this shit be stupid? Like, me in real high school, it's you tripping. Quite possibly, perhaps.
Well, it's how the whole thing is going. Whole thing is, okay. It's basically about a high school student who has a talent for music, but doesn't have a home to go back to at the end of that.
Oh, so it's about a homeless kid. Alright.
Somewhat.
Wait.
You see, Amber Appleton, you know, the main character in the film, is a gifted cello player in high school who is living in the back of a bus with her financially struggling mother. It's not like she's not the only one who's struggling. Her mom is struggling too.
She's a teen, you idiot. If she lives in a fucking barn house, bus, whatever it is, then her family does too.
But here's the thing, right? She also has a job at a nursing home.
Yeah, to get bread because they don't have a house.
But the teachers don't even know that she's homeless, so...
Don't they make you foul out those things, and then if you do, if you're low enough, then you can make money?
Yeah. I think so. But here's the thing, okay? You know, Fred Armisen is apparently playing one of the teachers in the movie. So what do you think about that?
So she's a teacher.
That's right. Alright, folks, well, this show is over. I am so glad that we were able to get through this whole thing. Thank you so much for being here. My thanks to everybody who was involved in this program. I'll see you back here on Monday night for a brand new show, and, you know, stay tuned for those ending experiments. I mean, you gotta love those ending experiments, am I right? Adios! Awowskis! Farewell, everybody, farewell. Okay, warning, what you're about to see might shock you and might put you in a situation where your mind might start, you know, going loopy. Viewer discretion is advised. Hopefully, you won't get mad at us. Thank you.
You know your weekend wouldn't be complete without them. It's time for the ending experiments. It's time to get your randomness going. That's right, it's Random Thoughts with George Thompson.
Good morning, I'm George Thompson. We're back with more Random Thoughts, and today it's Fred Armisen, who, believe it or not, is on a show on Showtime entitled Moonbase 8. Now, really? I didn't think Showtime cared about space. Anyways, the point being is that he is also doing a show on Netflix called All Together Now, which is ironic because no one cares about Netflix anymore. Weird, anyways. And we should just show him Vigilante Son of the Week. Alright, so you know Miss Becky's supposed to be here, but, and say something about a vigilante, but she's not feeling well, so we're going to pray for her. I hope she gets better. But that'll be it for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
That was your randomness for tonight. That was Random Thoughts with George Thompson.
From Nickelodeon Studios, where slime always covers the drums before the holidays, it's the Miss Becky Show. This morning, a discussion about Fred Armisen, with appearances by Luther and Dr. Willie. And now, a woman who can't wait to give Fred Armisen a run for his money, Miss Becky.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I'm Miss Becky. Let's talk about Fred Armisen this morning, shall we? He's doing a show about outer space. It is called Moonbase 8. It will be on Showtime, and I'm a little shocked because usually a show about space would air on the Discovery Channel. The world has changed a lot since the early 2000s, huh? Anyway, he recently did a movie entitled All Together Now, and it's on Netflix. That doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, do you know how bad Netflix is, Mr. Armisen? It's even worse than a bun sandwich.
It's 10 times as odd as the thought of anyone growing grass on Mars.
Wait, a mud sandwich? Grass growing on Mars? What on earth is going on? No pun intended.
Fred Armisen went from doing things on NBC to doing things on Netflix and Showtime.
Now that is a low drop. Why on earth would anybody want to go, again no pun intended, from a big TV network to the smallest thing in the world of showbiz? Now that doesn't make any darn sense to me.
I have no idea. What about you, Miss Becky?
I don't know. All I know is that our time is just about up. My thanks to Dr. William Luther for hanging out with us.
Pleasure was all mine, Miss Becky. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Toodles.
That was the Miss Becky Show. The show that Nick and Knight will remember for years to come, unless Fred Armisen tries to replace it. This has been a Casting Shoe production, recorded in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando at Universal Studios, Florida.
Okay, folks, we were supposed to have a game show sketch ready to go for this program. However, because of what's been going on lately behind the scenes, you know, it's almost unlikely that we're going to get one. But we're going to show you what would have happened, you know, professionally if nothing behind the scenes took place. All right, so please look at these clips, you know, and please forgive us in advance for what's going to happen. All right, here we go.
Good morning. Welcome aboard. This is Joey Headphones, and I want to know this. What's wrong with Fred Armisen? Here I have Mr. Mudd from Delaware. Okay, enough of that. Here's my question. What's wrong with Fred Armisen? You got it. Here's $1,800. I'm out of here. Later.
Hey, don't be blue. It's time to play another classic game with this question. What's wrong with Fred Armisen? And now, here's your host, the man who always knows what's wrong with Fred Armisen, Mr. Joey Headphones. This is your announcer speaking for What's Wrong with Fred Armisen, a casting show production. Hi, I'm Mr. Mudd. And I'm the inventor of the hair chair. It can give you a haircut while you're trying to relax. Well, Fred left NBC for a project about space that will air on Showtime, and for something that will play on Netflix. Don't ask me how, but that's how it is. And those were portions of the game show sketch that was supposed to be completed for this episode. Will we get completed a game show sketch in again? I don't know. But you got something, that's better than nothing. Thanks a lot. And now a discussion from our very own Matt. Actually, it's not a discussion, it's just a message. Sorry. That's okay. Just a little message for Mr. Fred Armisen. Please be careful. And next time, don't abandon the big time for Showtime. Thank you. That was our Matt. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for, huh? Tell us that you thought that was crazy, huh? So, he's doing a show. So, Fred Armisen is doing a show from space. Where else can he do a show from?
Well, I'll tell you what he want. Wait, what else does Fred Armisen want to do on Showtime? Is that your question? I got you. Wait, it wasn't. I don't care. A sink, a tub, or a freaking toilet. A toilet?
Yep.
A garbage can, a frying pan, a pan, and a washing machine too. Ain't that some?
A lot of people ask me, why is Fred Armisen still in comedy? I'll tell you. He's odd, he's goofy, he's totally odd, he loves being silly, he loves glasses, and he is a dork.
Brr.
Okay, so what we learned on the show tonight, huh? We learned that Fred Armisen has an odd show about space. He never loves being on Netflix. He's a fool, and that's a fact. I'm done here for music. Folks, as some of you may know, Wesley 18 has just finished his last Weeknight Update sketch ever. While we're going to miss him, it's important to know that he is moving on to bigger and better things. Well, actually, life got in the way of him doing more stuff for Weeknight Update, and you know, he doesn't want to do this and other stuff, which is understandable. You know, we want to wish him luck in his future endeavors, and this musical performance time right here is in honor. I mean, actually not in honor. How should I put this? You know what? This will be us remembering and honoring his Weeknight Update legacy. There you go. So, enjoy this, and come back and see us again on Monday, alright?
And now, jazzing your stress away, it's the musical performance time.
And now for our first musical performance time performance. Here's yours truly with a song that sounds like you have heard before, but as it gets towards the end, it kind of goes off the rails. might be a little familiar with the song that Emotional Fireflies 97 is about to perform. Alright, I'm just saying. Alright?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant too. If you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be for me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Listen to viewers across the land say, hey, make mine the Nick at Night brand.
Non-slip shows for viewer attraction, Thompson friendly satisfaction.
What do we mean by friendly satisfaction? Good TV all night, every night. And that's just what Nick at Night delivers.
Big TV pleasure in every bite. Make the switch to Nick